There comes a moment in every life when you realize that your circumstances are not shaping your destiny. Your mindset is. Two people can walk through the same storm. One becomes bitter. The other becomes better. The difference is not luck, talent, or privilege. The difference is a positive mental attitude that refuses to break. A positive mental attitude is not pretending everything is fine. It is choosing hope when life gives you reasons to quit. It is standing firm in your worth when the world tries to convince you otherwise. It is understanding that you cannot always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. When you develop an unbreakable positive mental attitude, you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this teaching me?" That shift alone changes everything. Today, let me show you how to build that mindset. Not temporarily, not when life is easy, but in a way that lasts through pain, disappointment, and uncertainty. The foundation of an unbreakable positive mental attitude begins with one powerful decision: taking full responsibility for your inner world. This is not about blaming yourself for what happened to you. It is about recognizing that, from this moment forward, you are in charge of how you think, how you feel, and how you respond. When you accept this responsibility, you reclaim your power. Many people spend years giving their power away. They say, "I feel this way because of what they did," or "I can't be positive because of my circumstances." While those feelings may be real, staying there keeps you stuck. The truth is, circumstances can influence you, but they do not have to control you. The moment you understand that your inner world is yours to lead, not something to be managed by outside events, everything begins to change. Taking responsibility means acknowledging your thoughts without judgment. It means noticing when fear, doubt, or negativity shows up and choosing not to let it take the steering wheel. You don't deny the feeling, and you don't fight it. You simply say, "I see you, but you do not get to define me." That awareness alone creates space for growth. A positive mental attitude is not about pretending you're happy when you're hurting. It's about choosing honesty with yourself while still choosing hope. Responsibility allows you to move from reaction to response. Instead of reacting automatically to disappointment, criticism, or failure, you pause. In that pause, you choose a response that aligns with who you want to become. When you take responsibility for your inner world, you stop waiting for permission to feel better. You stop waiting for apologies, recognition, or perfect conditions. You understand that peace is an inside job. Confidence is an inside job. Joy is an inside job. And no one can give those things to you permanently except you. This mindset shift is not always comfortable. It requires courage to admit that some of your suffering has been prolonged by unexamined beliefs. It requires humility to say, "I can do better for myself." But it is also deeply freeing, because once you own your inner world, you are no longer at the mercy of other people's moods, opinions, or limitations. Responsibility also means choosing better questions. Instead of asking, "Why does this always happen to me?" you begin to ask, "What can I learn from this?" Instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" you ask, "What is this experience shaping in me?" These questions turn pain into wisdom and setbacks into preparation. An unbreakable positive mental attitude is built when responsibility becomes a daily practice. You practice it when you choose your thoughts carefully. You practice it when you speak to yourself with respect. You practice it when you refuse to let one bad moment define your entire day. Over time, this practice changes your identity. You no longer see yourself as someone who is constantly affected by life. You see yourself as someone who can navigate life with strength, clarity, and grace. You become steady, not because life stops being challenging, but because you stop abandoning yourself during challenges. Remember this, when you take responsibility for your inner world, you stop living from the outside in and start living from the inside out. And that is where true, lasting positivity is born. One of the most powerful shifts you can make in developing an unbreakable positive mental attitude is learning how to reframe challenges. Too often, people see hardship as a sign that something has gone wrong, that life is being unfair, or that they are being punished. But when you change the meaning you attach to difficulty, you change its impact on your life. Challenges are not evidence that you are failing. They are evidence that you are growing. Life does not place obstacles in your path to stop you. It places them there to strengthen you. Every challenge carries a lesson, and every lesson carries the potential to elevate you, if you are willing to see it. When something doesn't work out, it's easy to fall into discouragement. You may ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Or, "What did I do wrong?" Those questions can drain your energy and weaken your spirit. A positive mental attitude asks different questions. It asks, "What is this preparing me for? And who am I becoming because of this experience?" Reframing challenges requires conscious effort. It means refusing to see yourself as a victim of circumstances. Instead, you see yourself as a student of life. Every delay teaches patience. Every disappointment teaches discernment. Every failure teaches resilience. And every painful ending clears space for a more aligned beginning. This perspective doesn't remove the pain of challenges, but it gives the pain purpose. When pain has purpose, it no longer controls you. You may still feel hurt, frustrated, or uncertain, but you don't collapse under those feelings. You stand in them, learn from them, and grow beyond them. Think about the strongest people you know. Their strength did not come from easy lives. It came from navigating difficulty with courage and reflection. They didn't avoid challenges, they allowed challenges to refine them. The same opportunity exists for you. When you begin to see challenges as preparation, your inner dialogue changes. You stop saying, "I can't handle this," and start saying, "This is hard, but I am capable." You stop assuming the worst and start trusting that something valuable is being built within you, even if you can't see it yet. This mindset also builds patience with your journey. You understand that growth is not instant. It is layered. Some lessons take time to integrate. Some breakthroughs only make sense in hindsight. Trusting the process doesn't mean you enjoy every moment. It means you believe the process is meaningful. A positive mental attitude is strengthened every time you choose meaning over misery. Each time you reframe a setback as a setup, you train your mind to look for opportunity instead of defeat. Over time, this becomes your default way of thinking. Remember, life is not happening to you. It is happening for you. Every challenge is shaping you into someone wiser, stronger, and more capable than you were before. When you embrace that truth, your mindset becomes resilient, hopeful, and truly unbreakable. Your thoughts are the blueprint of your life. What you repeatedly think shapes your reality, your decisions, and the energy you bring into every situation. Developing an unbreakable positive mental attitude requires not just awareness, but discipline. The conscious decision to guard your mind like it is the most valuable possession you have. Because it is. Too often, people allow their minds to be infiltrated by negativity without even realizing it. They scroll endlessly through pessimistic news, dwell on past mistakes, or listen to voices that reinforce doubt and fear. Each negative thought, each moment of mental surrender, compounds until your inner world becomes chaotic, and your outer life mirrors that chaos. Guarding your thoughts does not mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It means being selective about what you allow to influence your inner dialogue. Ask yourself, does this thought serve me? Does it empower me or weaken me? If it doesn't serve your growth, it has no place in the inner space that you are cultivating. A positive mental attitude is strengthened every time you catch a negative thought and consciously redirect it. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, you think, I may not have the answer yet, but I can learn and adapt. Instead of saying, this always happens to me, you say, this is temporary, and I have the power to change my response. Discipline is the key. It takes consistency to train your mind to focus on positivity, opportunity, and growth. It requires you to replace mental habits that diminish your confidence with those that enhance it. Think of it like tending a garden. The weeds of doubt and fear grow quickly if left unchecked. But with consistent attention, the seeds of hope, gratitude, and resilience flourish. Guarding your thoughts also means protecting your time and your energy. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the conversations you engage in all impact the quality of your mental space. Surround yourself with energy that elevates you. Limit exposure to influences that reinforce negativity or drain your spirit. When you make this a practice, your mind becomes a fortress. Challenges no longer shake your confidence because your inner world is strong, steady, and resilient. You respond to setbacks with calm, clarity, and creative solutions. Your mental attitude becomes unbreakable because it is built on deliberate thought, not circumstance. Remember, every thought is a choice. Every time you consciously choose what to focus on, you are shaping your future. Your inner world determines the quality of your outer world. Protect it, feed it, train it, and over time, this discipline will make your positive mental attitude not just a habit, but a natural part of who you are. Your mental attitude is heavily influenced by the people, environments, and media you allow into your life. One of the most crucial steps in developing an unbreakable positive mental attitude is choosing your energy wisely. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and the influence of your surroundings can either lift you toward greatness or drag you into negativity. Being around people who constantly complain, criticize, or doubt themselves can slowly erode your positivity. Even subtle energy, someone's tone, their pessimism, their habitual fear, can seep into your thoughts without you realizing it. Conversely, being around uplifting, supportive, and growth-focused people will naturally elevate your mindset, inspire courage, and reinforce your belief in possibilities. This principle extends beyond personal relationships. It includes the content you consume, the books you read, the shows you watch, the podcasts you listen to, and even the social media feeds you scroll through. If you consistently feed your mind negativity, comparison, or fear, your mental attitude will reflect that. Choosing empowering, educational, and inspiring content ensures your thoughts remain aligned with growth, positivity, and opportunity. Surrounding yourself with the right energy also means creating a physical and mental space where you can thrive. A cluttered, chaotic environment can reinforce stress, and distraction, while an organized, intentional space supports focus, clarity, and creative thinking. The energy in your surroundings can either energize or deplete you, and guarding it is a vital part of maintaining an unbreakable mindset. Boundaries are essential. Learning to say no to energy that diminishes your spirit is not selfish. It is self-respect. Protecting your mental and emotional space ensures that your energy is spent building, not defending. Sometimes this may mean stepping back from relationships, avoiding toxic environments, or limiting time with people who drain you. It is not about judgment. It is about preservation. Positive energy is contagious. The people who challenge you to think bigger, the friends who celebrate your victories, the mentors who encourage growth, and the media that inspires purpose. These influences shape your perception of what is possible. When your inner circle and your environment reflect positivity, optimism, and resilience, your mindset naturally aligns with those values. Finally, remember that surrounding yourself with elevated energy doesn't mean ignoring reality. Life will still bring challenges, setbacks, and difficult people. But when your mental space is fortified with positivity and your energy is intentionally curated, you can navigate challenges with clarity, courage, and grace. Your response becomes deliberate instead of reactive, your focus sharp instead of scattered, and your attitude unbreakable instead of fragile. Your environment and relationships are extensions of your mind. Choose them wisely. Protect them fiercely. When you do, your positive mental attitude will not only survive adversity, it will flourish, inspire, and radiate outward, elevating everyone and everything around you. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools in developing an unbreakable positive mental attitude. It is not a fleeting feeling or a polite response to life's blessings. It is a conscious practice that rewires your mind, strengthens your spirit, and transforms your perception of reality. Gratitude is the bridge between struggle and resilience, between setbacks and growth, and between ordinary thinking and an unbreakable mindset. The first step in using gratitude effectively is noticing what is already present in your life. Too often, we focus on what we lack, the money we don't have, the opportunities we missed, or the relationships that disappoint us. This focus breeds frustration, comparison, and negativity. Gratitude, however, shifts the focus from scarcity to abundance. Even in the smallest things, a warm cup of coffee, a kind word, a breath of fresh air, there is something to appreciate. Recognizing these moments trains your mind to see life not as a series of losses, but as a collection of gifts. Practicing gratitude consistently rewires your brain. Neuroscience shows that when you focus on what is good in your life, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, which increase feelings of happiness and contentment. Over time, this creates a natural default of positivity. Your mind becomes resilient not because life has become easier, but because you have trained yourself to find meaning, joy, and hope even amidst challenges. Gratitude also strengthens perspective. When difficulties arise, as they inevitably do, it is easy to get lost in frustration or despair. But when gratitude is part of your mindset, challenges are seen in the context of growth, opportunity, and learning. You may acknowledge the pain, but you also recognize the strength it is building. You may face disappointment, but you see the lessons it offers. Gratitude does not minimize struggle, it empowers you to rise above it. This practice extends beyond personal reflection. Expressing gratitude toward others creates connections, deepens relationships, and fosters a supportive environment. When you acknowledge the value others bring into your life, positivity circulates, uplifting both you and those around you. A positive mental attitude is strengthened not only by what you feel internally, but by the energy you share externally. Importantly, gratitude is a daily discipline. It is a choice to start and end each day with acknowledgement of what is good, rather than complaint about what is missing. Journaling, morning affirmations, or simply pausing to reflect on your blessings are all effective ways to make gratitude habitual. The more you practice, the more it becomes your default response, your first instinct rather than an afterthought. An unbreakable positive mental attitude flourishes when gratitude becomes automatic. It allows you to maintain hope in hard times, find lessons in adversity, and experience joy even when life is imperfect. Gratitude shifts the center of your life from fear and lack to faith and abundance. Remember, positivity is not a byproduct of perfect circumstances. It is a product of a grateful heart. When you choose gratitude consistently, you create a mindset that cannot be shaken by setbacks, criticism, or failure. Gratitude makes your attitude resilient, your vision clear, and your life full of purpose. Your thoughts, energy, and focus are your most valuable assets. And gratitude ensures they are always aligned with growth, strength, and unbreakable positivity. Developing an unbreakable positive mental attitude is not a single action. It is a lifelong commitment, a deliberate choice you make every day, moment by moment. It is the decision to take full responsibility for your inner world, to stop giving your power away to circumstances, people, or past mistakes. It is the understanding that your thoughts, your responses, and your focus determine the quality of your life far more than external events ever could. Challenges are inevitable, but they are not designed to destroy you. When you reframe difficulties as preparation rather than punishment, you shift from victimhood to empowerment. Every setback, every disappointment, every failure becomes a stepping stone to strength, wisdom, and resilience. Life's storms are not obstacles to your progress. They are teachers, shaping your character and building the foundation for an unshakable mindset. Your thoughts are sacred. They are the blueprint for your reality. Guard them, nurture them, and discipline them. Reject negative self-talk, doubt, and fear, and replace them with empowering beliefs that reinforce your confidence and focus. Surround yourself with people, environments, and energy that elevate you, not drain you. Protect your mental space as fiercely as you would protect your most valuable possessions, because your attitude is the engine that drives your life. Gratitude is the ultimate amplifier of positivity. It transforms ordinary moments into blessings, reframes challenges as opportunities, and strengthens your ability to thrive despite adversity. When gratitude becomes your default, you begin to see abundance where others see scarcity, lessons where others see failure, and hope where others see despair. It creates a feedback loop of optimism, resilience, and growth, solidifying your positive mental attitude into something unbreakable. The journey toward an unbreakable positive mental attitude is not about perfection. It is about consistency, awareness, and intentionality. It is about showing up for yourself each day, choosing growth over comfort, hope over fear, and action over inaction. It is about transforming your inner dialogue, curating your energy, and practicing gratitude until it becomes your natural state of being. When you integrate these principles, responsibility, reframing challenges, disciplined thought, elevating energy, and gratitude, you create a mindset that cannot be shaken by setbacks, criticism, or uncertainty. You develop a mental strength that empowers every decision, fuels every goal, and allows you to navigate life with confidence, clarity, and joy. Remember, this life will always test you, but it cannot defeat you unless you allow it. Your attitude is your superpower. Nurture it, protect it, and use it to turn challenges into opportunities, pain into purpose, and every day into a step toward your highest potential. Be intentional, be disciplined, be grateful, and most of all, be unbreakable.